Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Let's take a look at the market. I haven't really had a chance to take a look at anything yet, but it looks like we're just continuing to rip higher and higher. And let's go ahead and start comparing these indices. We got Dow Jones and S&P bullish. We don't really have SMT divergence. We do have NQ starting to peak above this high. So no SMT divergence or anything. But we are still pushing higher. We did have this news release come out. Housing starts. And we got it coming out bullish for the indices. So here we go. I guess let's go ahead and let's take a look at regular trading hours. We do have a small opening range gap right below price. We can go ahead and mark that out. Throw this bad boy on. Like so. Opening range gap high. And opening range gap low. Alright, so we should be good there. This is the lunch low from yesterday. I'm going to keep this marked up just so we have these all. I mean, we've got all sorts of levels that can be traded back into once this thing finally does turn around. You know, kind of as we talked about yesterday, it was nothing but super shallow retracements and not a whole lot of discounted PD array entry opportunities offered. And obviously it missed on the S&P. It missed our setup by like 3 ticks. Meanwhile, it swept that same exact area on NQ, unfortunately. But we are inside this macro right now. We're 10 minutes into it. We can start scaling in here. Let's go ahead and take a peek at Dow. Okay, now we actually finally have some SMT forming, which is good. We've got, as of right now, lower high forming on ES while higher high forming on Dow Jones. So we'll see if this holds up. So I'm just gonna get ready over here, guys. I'm gonna just get ready to get a trade here on the S&P short. Nothing yet, but there we go. Good girl. All right. Get ready over here. Here's a little 1 minute market structure shift. Would like to see this close strong. Strong body close with displacement. There we go. Fantastic. High resistance liquidity run. Love that. All right, let's let this 1 minute candle close. Hopefully keep this gap open. If it doesn't, we'll see what it looks like on the 2 minute or a slightly higher time frame. Just to draw this position up really quick. Let's go 1 tick into the gap. Stop at the high, 4 1/4. All right, so 1 tick into this gap. Just anticipating, guys. We got a minute left. Minute left of this 2 minute candle. The 1 minute gap got rudely taken away from us. So now we got a 3 3/4 stop. Assuming this gap gets left alone, we'll get our entry here. My entry would be 46.05 even. after this candle closes, of course. Don't just... That's what we're waiting for. So as long as we get that, I'm going to look to enter. Just for the record, our market structure shift is not on this time frame. It's on the 1 minute. However, we have SMT between these two indices. So just a little added bonus there. All right, so I'm going to enter on this candle if we get up into 46.05. One tick into that gap. Put me in, dog. What are you doing? All right, sweet. All right, guys, so I'm in. My stop is above the high by 1 tick. I got the exact entry I was looking for, 46.05 even. And yeah, I like it. So 5 handles will be TP1, 4600 even. And then TP2 is going to be this opening range gap high, aka 10 handles. All the reasons for the trade: we took out macro high liquidity, finally got a market structure shift here on the 1 minute, SMT divergence, we got displacement here, fair value gap entry on the 2 minute. Those are all the reasons for the trade. $852, 1845 ICT tweeted for NQ. Sell side? Must be. Right on. Yeah, well, that's kind of what we're expecting here. Not an NQ, but ES. So that would make sense. He changed his bias for buy side now? On NQ? Because of this? You don't say. That move above FEG at 8 in NQ removes my interest in sell side now. I may lend support here. 8, so that would be, he's got his stuff set to 9. Or 8. That's 7 for me. Anyway, I'll go look later. I'm rock with the analysis. Here's this fair value gap. We kind of need to see this get disrespected, obviously. Not kind of. I mean, that's exactly what we need. Need to see this rip through and become inverse. Otherwise, this is just a bullish PD array playing out. Not a wick though. We need a nice BBC. Come on. Like that. I'm gonna remove risk, guys, at this low right here. This is the macro low. As soon as we tap this, I'm gonna remove risk. I'm trailing stop to break even, letting it rip. TP1, TP2, TP3 is gonna be. I mean, you could leave a runner for this. Truthfully, guys. I mean, there's tons of sell side below. So this just formed relative equal lows. That's good. We got relative equal highs up here too, unfortunately. But not always. Maybe. I mean, it still could go up. But yeah, no hedging either. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna trail stop. NQ starting to sell off a little bit here. Nice. Notice how this gap now got disrespected. Now it's an inverse gap. But you know what? I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I'll fight for the things I love, and I love trading. All right, I'm going to take a partial here at TP1, 4600 even. Probably is only going to be like a third of my open position. Not going to be like half or anything. Just because, I mean, I do anticipate that this really could correct. Not sure if it'll be today or not, but more so a matter of when, not a matter of if. Let's go. Come on, one more tick. Get down there. Well, I guess let me know if you guys got better entries and hit TP1 already. At 5 handles. Wouldn't have been too outrageous for you guys to get a better entry. What are we doing, NQ? Get your ass down here. Dow Jones selling right off. NQ just absolutely destroyed this inverse gap now. Yeah, I don't know. This might bite. Alright, closed it. Damn. One tick from TP1. That is some bullshit. But hey, that's why I protected the trade. We took out the macro low and look how we respond. I hate being right and wrong at the same time. 3-minute fair value gap, valid entry. Ooh. I kind of want to see these equal highs maybe get ran through. We got macro coming in 8 minutes. But tell you what, if we start seeing displacing price again here on like the 1 minute down, market structure shift, we'll have no choice but to re-enter. But yes, I mean this is a valid fair value gap. If these equal highs weren't here, I would absolutely take this trade. I would absolutely sell here. Nice. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, just go fall through the floor. Why not? Why not? Yeah, so that was kind of what I said as well, right? When we were framing up targets, I was like, very easily could see a 15-point move down into here, and anything from there, like if we're bullish, I think that would be where we'd bounce. So now at this point, would really rather wait and see on these higher time frames. You know, are we gonna now bounce and market structure shift higher, or is this all gonna hold? All this bearish displacement down, is this all gonna hold? And then market structure shifts bearish on the 15, because we really don't have a bearish 15-minute market structure shift. This is not a market structure shift right here. This would be an area of interest to pay attention to as well. You know, wouldn't necessarily hate, because we are still in this macro. So that macro is actually what led us down to all these lows. If there were a short-term setup to the downside to be had, I think it would be after price pulls up into here, taking out these highs right here, mitigating this fair value gap, potentially tapping into this order block, and and then if you got some 1 minute displacement down, market structure shift lower, I think you could justify a fair value gap entry down from there. But yeah, so okay, we actually are getting that displacement lower we talked about. Push right on through that bad boy, both of them. So guess here's our game plan. Ladies, gentlemen, little people, human beings of all shapes and sizes. I'm going to look to get short. Yet again. And here's the plan. So we've disrespected these bullish fair value gaps. Let me get ready here. I actually don't want to get left behind. I'm going to get short in that gap, guys. One tick in. This would be the 2-minute gap, the one in premium. So that's why I'm not... Well, this gap just got closed, but... Yeah, we took out the high here on NQ over here. We got SMT divergence. So we came into this structure, filled the gap. We had a 3-minute bullish gap here. Just got ran through. I would actually anticipate this to come up and hold as an inverse now. So I'm willing to put risk back on now for a short position. And yeah, 3-handle stop loss, pretty light risk. Gonna kind of live with the original analysis a little bit now. Where's that entry? 602. 602, 12 ticks. So I'll put risk back on for this trade. Last trade of the morning though. Last trade of the morning. Because I wouldn't mind waiting for PM session now. And yeah, not going to put stop above any of these levels because, you know, if we're going to rip through this all is going to get taken out in my opinion. If it just like randomly just like flies, I'm not going to press the button. So just have your hand on the trigger. But if it just kind of nice and easy works right into this gap, then I'll enter. Nice and easy now. 1 or 2 more ticks. Nice and easy. Alright, boom. I grabbed the entry, I'm in. So we disrespected all the gaps. Came right back up, disrespected them again. The bearish gaps. So really the last line of defense is this gap on NQ. And the fact that there's this SMT here with these highs. That's about it. This will be stop loss hit would be minus 300 here, so a little less than 0.5% for this account. All right, nice. All right, guys, I'm focused on PM at this point. This did exactly the opposite of what I was intending for it to do. Just to recap, the trade that we just took, we worked up into the order block, mitigated the gap. I said the only way I'd want to get short was with the SMT, displaced back lower, which we did. Disrespected the bullish gap, which we did. We just disrespected the bearish gaps as well. This did not hold inverse for us. So yeah, that's all there is to it. I was willing to put risk back on for the trade. Minus 3 handles, no big deal. So after all said and done, so far today, I'm down, but we got PM session yet to go. So I will trade PM session this afternoon. The reason we didn't do a Zoom yesterday was because there really was never a setup, even close to forming. So that's why we didn't do a Zoom. But with that being said, I do anticipate, as long as market is in a spot where we're going to have potential trades, then we'll definitely open a Zoom call today. So, all right, well, we'll wait for PM session. We'll have a better understanding of where we're at here on the 15 and the 1 hour. Only takeaway from the trade we just took is obviously the higher time frame was still playing out. So that's all that's really telling us at this point. So yeah, we'll have to revisit and see where we're at, guys. So all right, guys, I'll see you guys at PM session. If you need anything, reach out. If there's any other updates or anything changes, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys in a couple of hours. Have a good day. I'll talk to you guys soon.